Thank you, Daddy. Daddy, I need you to hang in there, okay? Daddy, I love you, okay?
Few things tug at the heartstrings like a daughter begging her father to stay strong in the throes of a killer virus. For Sheena Rougley, it was a perfect storm of sadness. April 16th, her mother, father, and sister all diagnosed with COVID-19 at the same time.
Sean, that was the worst day of my life. The first thing I thought is I'm going to lose my whole family.
I ain't seen my baby no more than that.
Doctors believe Raymond Rougley got the virus while in a nursing home, and his wife, Verlene, and daughter Hazel, while tending to the 84-year-old.
I want everyone to be cautious and know that this is real and you can get it like this.
Sheena's sister Hazel is young and healthy and recovered at home in rural Tyler, Texas. Their parents, however, faced weeks of doctors, nurses, pain medications, and tubes in intensive care.
I love you too.
Sheena chiefly talked to her parents via FaceTime. Nurses held the phone, constantly informing Sheena of any change in condition.
I'm doing the best
I don't want you to give up, okay? I know you're thinking about giving up, and I know you're tired.
Raymond Rougley's strength waning, reduced to about 40 kilograms, or less than 100 pounds.
I held it together, but when I got off the phone, I think I cried the whole night.
No, Miss Sheena, don't cry, honey. I know. It's okay.
In a different wing on the same floor of UT Health, East Texas in Tyler, 80-year-old Verlene was fighting for her life.
When I spoke to her, my mother in the hospital, and she was short of breath, that really, I lost it. But I still felt like she was going to come through it.
I was like, how am I going to live without having my parents? And how is my normal going to be? I mean, I went there.
The last time husband and wife were together was at Verlene's 80th birthday party. They enjoyed 60 years of marriage.
I love you, baby.
I love you too, baby.
And Raymond put 3 children through college despite having just a 9th grade education.
You gonna sing our song for me?
He got the whole world in his hand.
On May 15th, he lost his battle against the coronavirus.
I miss him. And I always just think about, was there something else that I could have done to save him? Because we fought for him.
The day after his funeral, doctors told the family their mother, Verlene, did not have long to live. Nurses provided comfort, but Sheena thought this can't be happening.
They held her hand. I would watch them when I'm talking to her. They would have her hand, rub her hair. Same thing with my dad.
When the situation seemed its most dire, doctors were able to treat Verlene with COVID-19 antibodies. The change in condition was nothing short of remarkable. Sheena was finally reunited with her mother, who had beaten COVID-19.
Emotions are still raw. It is a painful chapter in the Rougley family history, and they are only talking about it publicly now because there has been a dramatic spike in the number of people in Texas testing positive for COVID-19. The Rougleys want people to know the disease is real, it is dangerous, and it can be deadly.
This is a deadly, deadly disease, and it leaves a hole in your heart and in your families.
Above all, the Rougley family is disappointed with the U.S. response and those who refuse to wear masks.
You just want to go up to him and say, are you crazy? Don't you see how many people have died?
Do you blame President Trump?
I do. I would just tell Mr. Trump, I'm still scared. I'm still scared that I'm going to lose other loved ones. I'm scared something may happen to him.
After 101 days in the hospital, Verlene came home. Weak but elated.
Welcome home, Big Mama.
She watched neighbor after neighbor come by in a makeshift parade in a spontaneous outpouring of affection. But before leaving the hospital, Sheena met Nora Lee Page, the kind nurse who helped her mother and father and did so much to boost the family's morale.
And I looked at her And she kind of shook her head, and I just lost it. It's like we wanted to hug each other, but we knew we couldn't. But we did.
The family might have every right to be bitter and heartbroken, but they are grateful, chiefly due to the care their parents received, their faith renewed that there are still really good people in this world, even if there's one less person on that list.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too.
Sean Caleb's, CGTN, Tyler, Texas.